Well, so we're going to be doing prawnobello mushrooms. So the portobellos, got some prawns, some chives, some butter, some garlic, and some cheese. So first things first, I'm going to get the portobellos out, get them a wash, gut the middle of them out, and that will be our base. And you'll see it just like snap. So the next step will be, I'm going to cut some butter up and put a little bit of butter in there. I'll put some garlic in there. Then I'll put the prawn in there. I'm going to chop the chives, put the chives on top of the prawn, and then we're going to cake it in cheese. And I'll show you this step by step, just like snap. Okay, so as you can see here, I've got the butter in there, so the butter melts into the mushroom. Then we are going to get the teaspoon and put dollops of garlic on top of the butter, just like snap. Okay, so with the prawns, I went for the cooked option, the peeled, because it's less mess. I was going to get raw, but I'm not too sure how the heat's going to travel through these, because I haven't cooked prawns and mushrooms for quite some time. So what I do here is I lay the prawns inside the mushrooms, just like so. Hopefully I've got enough to go around. Some mushrooms won't require as much prawn as the others, so I'm just going to pack them in like that. Maybe being a little bit too generous for the amount I've got here, but I did eat a couple of these. Because you've got raw prawns. Who doesn't love to eat the raw prawns when you've got them sitting there? Well, raw cooked, sorry. Just going to slather that around. Okay. Alright, kind of looks a bit dodgy. You got the idea. In the next step, you'll see the chives go on just like snap. And for the final part, we're going to put some Mexican style blend cheese on there. Now I would have used a different cheese, but this is probably the best I've got here at the moment. And that should melt quite nicely onto these. You'll see it just like snap. Okay, and this is how my prawnobellos look. And in the next step, you'll see me fire up the Ziggy and we'll put them straight on. So I'll be cooking these probably around about 120 for approximately, say, 10-15 minutes until they brown up and get nice and soft, and I'll take them straight off. Okay, so we've got Ziggy sitting around about 130 preheat, and we're going to put this on the mat in direct heat. Or the pan, or the tray. We'll put one mushroom on at a time. Roughly spread them out. I'll let these cook for 5 minutes and then I'll check them. Once they get soft, these will be ready to go. Yum yum. And I won't be flaming these up because it will absolutely kill them. So you got the gas on. Gas on. Close the lid. And the next thing, they should be lightly brown, just like snap. Okay, so she's prepped up a bit in heat. So we are looking at around about the 180 now. I said about 150, 120 before, but there's a little bit more heat. And I'm going to put a little bit of oil around these and just give them a bit of a rotation. Find the lady in the background and just fold it down here. So there's going to be a bit of oil around. Just going to make sure these aren't sticking at all. Just give them a rotation. Put oil on them. If you cook these too hot and too quick, then they will just turn to mush. So you want to try and keep them moist, and with the butter and the cheese, that should actually turn these nice and moist. But the mushrooms, anyone who cooks mushrooms, you'll see they'll turn soft too quick. So the next thing, they should be very close to done, just like that. Okay, and we are done. See all the oils coming out from the butter and the cheese, and the garlic we mixed in there, and they are done. So see the flecks, nice and soft, exactly how you want them. I'll probably say a little bit longer, so I'm going to just put the middle heater on for a little bit. Let's cook this a little bit more, but this is how they look. So middle heater, burst it for about 30 seconds, close the lid, full heat. And I'll show you what they look like when they're sitting in the tray. Just like snap. And this is the finished product. See, nice melted cheese with the chives all over the prawns. The nice soft mushroom on the bottom. So I call these prawnobellos, because they're a portobello with prawns in there. So please like and subscribe for any more epic cooking videos, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.